Good morning, everybody. So today the goal is to take the converter out of the Humvee, get it shipped off to Lake Havasu. I think that's where the place is. So they can turn it around to me. I can get it back in the truck. I'll have a lot of time next week to get it, with the holiday and everything, should have enough time to get the truck where I need it. So when the converter gets here, pop it back in, ready to rock. So you have no idea how much I hate the fact that I'm having to take this thing apart again, because last time I took the transmission out of it, it took 3 years to put back together. But I have talked to the company. I've talked to the company that's doing the converter, and they promised me if I call them when I ship it and say, hey, it's on the way, they will receive it within 3 days from where I am to them, UPS, hopefully. And he said he will literally turn it around that same day if it gets there at 10 a.m. or if it gets there late, they'll do it the next day and ship it back to me. And then it's 3 more days. So it should, in theory, total time be a week. Now, I understand it's going to be more than that because, you know, there's going to be Thanksgiving in there. But that's the plan. So I'm headed to the shop now. I got a new transmission jack because I'm going to jack the transmission up and the transfer case at the same time, lower them down at the same time, so I don't have to remove the transfer case and do all that crap. So it should be somewhat simple, knock on wood, but I'm hoping 3 to 4 hours I can have it out, converter in a box, ready to go. All right, been at it for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We're there, we're done. Apart. We just got to get the converter out. So I'm going to get cat litter because obviously I'm about to spill transmission fluid everywhere. But let me show you where we're at underneath and some of the game-changing tools that got me here. So here we have a very expensive, what's called a Fastback Pro creeper. And it spins around like that, but it does not go side to side because the wheels are fixed. Here we have a $30 Harbor Freight creeper. Game changer. Being able to zip around under the truck and not having to do this like, you know, fixed back wheel thing, that's garbage. That's just junk. That needs to be thrown away. This thing, and I know this is stupid, but being in that for 3 years to go into this is amazing. So that's number one. Here we go. Here's number 2. The Harbor Freight 2,000 pound transmission jack. Now the reason that's a game changer, I was using like an accordion style, which is fine for just the transmission or just the transfer case. But this thing will hold the entire drivetrain up with a safety chain, and the transmission or the transfer case is just hanging off the back. But because it has such a long setback, it holds everything. So right now, this is where we are. Let me get some light on there. The torque converter has room to move forward towards the flex plate, come off of the transmission, and then I can pull it down between the exhaust and the transmission without having to lower it. So I believe, in theory, I can get the torque converter out as it sits. I just know that I'm about to pour a bunch of fluid on the floor, so I'm gonna go get some cat litter and lunch. And then when I get back, I'm gonna do it and we'll see what happens. Mission accomplished. I got it out. It is right there. It's the billet 4LAD converter, way too high of a stall. So I'm sending it back. I called Texas Speed today with the stage 3 cam I have. They said a factory stall is not a problem at all, especially for what I'm gonna be doing. They would actually prefer it. So I'm sending that back to, who is this? TCS in Lake Havasu, and they are going to rework it to be a factory stall. I'll get it back in probably a week. I'll put it back in the Humvee. Until then, I'm going to button up a bunch of electrical stuff. Like I need to hook up my air lockers. I got to hook up the air compressor. There's a bunch of stuff I got to do. So I'll be working on that while this is out. And that's it. Super short video today. I wasn't able to get it out up above the exhaust. I had to lower the entire drivetrain down to the bottom to be able to get it out. So that was kind of a bummer. But literally, we're talking, I don't know, 2 minutes difference. Not a big deal. So y'all have a good one.